Welcome back to Mr. B's Garage. Just doing a quick video. A friend of mine showed me this trick for sandblasting, so I will show you. What I'm doing is just bought bags of play sand. Put some wire window screen mesh in here, scoop some in, and just sift it. And to get the fine particles and get all these big chunks out, the bigger rock, like so, because those won't go through the sandblaster. So I just dump them out on the ground where they came from, and then just repeat the process and stuff. Works really good. One thing you do have to make sure of is that the sand is dry, because otherwise it'll plug up the sandblaster. Once I get the skid plate over there done and installed, I'm gonna take and build me my own sandblasting cabinet. I went to get one and they were out of stock, so you can tell if the sand's wet, because like right now it's taking some out, but you can see around the edge here how it's trapped in the second layer, so that tells me it's still a little damp in there. I've got a couple bags in the shop area that have some moisture in them. I'm gonna have to cut them open and let them air out, dry. Yeah, I cut it open, I let it sit in the sun so it'll evaporate, heat up the sand and evaporate the moisture out of it. Every once in a while I'll dig down and flip it over like so, help get some of that moisture out of there. But yeah, it's a slow process, but it sure beats spending a ton of money for sandblasting media when you don't have a way to recapture it. And so what I came up with, yeah, you can see how much is in there. So I just dump it back on the ground. I go until my sandblaster's full. There's a clump that's still wet. But what I'm doing now is took an old tote and laid some plastic sheeting down. I'm going to lay that back in there as a backtrap to catch some of the sand. See how that works. But yeah, that's what I'm up to today. I'm going to get that sandblasted so I can get it painted. I'm going to try sandblasting this dually wheel. And then I got to weld the valve stem hole shut, because it's, like I figured, too big for the valve stems. It's actually, rim is for a tube. So I'm going to sandblast this and get it painted, and then get my one tire put on it. But in the meantime, with this thing, getting the skid plate on, then I got to sort out the front bucket seats, get them put back together. There's one of them. That's the seat that they replaced this factory seat with. And this one, I got to figure out how it bolts in. I'll have to take the latch off of that one and put on here. Then I'm going to get all this cleaned out in here. Take that tire back there off, and I'll put it on that one since that's the rim that's got a crack in it. I may try and break the beads on it, pull the tire off the wheel and weld the crack, see if that fixes it, and remount the tire. But we'll see. It all depends on how far I get today. And that's really the only things I got left. One thing I can't figure out, let me open up the hood here. Didn't release all the way. There it is. Huh, nice. Where's the water coming from in the hood? They had this PCV breather hooked into the back port back there, the carburetor. If you hook that up, then it won't fire at all. On all the ones I've had, the brake booster connected back there, but this is hooked on that vacuum manifold back there. And so I was thinking about this, and I think this accelerator pump should be out like that when it's just idling. But as you can see, if I let go, it pulls more than halfway in. And then when you hit the accelerator, it goes all the way in. So I don't think that's in the right location. I think it needs to be forward and stuff. I might have to put an additional spring in there to hold that forward. Here, that, or adjust the linkage down here to a lower hole so it's pulled forward more. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I do have to take the carburetor off, drill a hole. I'll show you on the other carburetor. Turn my radio off. I do have to drill the hole like this and put this port in there for the vacuum advance on the distributor, because that carburetor doesn't have that hole or that port. So yeah, but yeah, getting there. I'm almost done with it, and then Rick's gonna pick it up. So that's my update for today. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and the progress I'm moving forward on. Y'all have a blessed day. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my Patreon account if you want to sponsor me and see more videos, and I'll try and make things more interesting and show you how I'm doing things instead of actually showing you stuff after I've done it. So anyways, thank you. Goodbye.